Please welcome Dan Smith and Simmons from Bastille. Firstly, boys, I love your music. Absolutely love your music.
That's a good start.
Yeah, it's a good start. It's
The opposite would have been really, really awkward.
Really?
I think you're awful. Welcome to the show. Yeah.
But when Pompeii blew up globally, because you guys are big in the UK, but when it blew up globally and all of a sudden you had audiences outside of your own country, I mean, what did that feel like?
So weird. I feel like for the year when that happened, because it was sort of, we kind of did all our thing in the UK, and then when that happened around the world, we were almost like chasing the song from country to country. It's so surreal. And I think, I kind of wish we were slightly more aware of how mad it was at the time. We were just, you know, I think, just trying to enjoy it.
What was the weirdest place that you heard your song being played?
Our drummer Woody once heard it in a McDonald's toilet.
Probably the most surreal accompaniment to a shit he could imagine. I heard one of our songs. I went to India with some mates a couple of months ago, and was in the back of a tuk-tuk and heard one of our songs there, which was pretty weird.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was amazing. Oh, and very unexpected, but yeah.
It's one thing to hear your music on the radio, but what's it like to watch your music with a movie? You had your music involved in the Will Smith movie. Was that kind of cool?
Yeah, it was nuts. We were asked to do the song for the film, and then they wanted to make a video, and we had to... They shut down this street in LA, and there was an upturned car and all these explosions. It was really fun.
And Dan had to do some acting.
Anyone that knows me, I can't even walk in a straight line. Let alone. I have no control of my facial expressions, and so it was pretty awful. The director of the film came onto the set and started trying to direct me, and I think very rapidly realised he was dealing with a complete idiot. the first explosion, and they could only do it a couple of times because of like mess or something. I just looked. I was terrified and then looked straight down the camera, which I think, in the world of like films, is like a big no-no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, most UK pop groups are formed by Simon Cowell. So how did you guys get together?
Well, he was involved in no. Just like we were sort of mates, met through music, and all met in London like after university, and yeah, started making music and you know, like practicing after work, and wrote the album sort of on the weekends and in the evenings, and we used to tour like we used to sort of rehearse at midnight, and then borrowed a car from our friend's mum. We used to get in it with all of our gear, crammed in, drive around the country playing gigs and sleeping on floors and stuff, and
You
yeah,
just borrowed a car from your friend's mum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We stole it.
Okay.
That's why we're here.
The window was broken before.
Yeah. I believe it.
You also ended up on the set of Game of Thrones. How did that come about?
Yeah, that was mad. Well, one of the actresses from Game of Thrones was in one of our videos.
Which one?
Well, the girl that plays Stanza.
Stanza
Stanza's different things.
Sophie Turner's her name.
That's the one.
Yeah.
We'll edit that in.
Yeah. When's that lie to you thing?
yeah, there she is.
She was in one of my videos, which was awesome. And then we were playing a show in Belfast, which is where they film Game of Thrones, and loads of the crew wanted to come to the gigs. We were like, can we be extras in your
Scratching backs.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Can I just ask, is Jon Snow still alive at the end of like
But they took us on a tour of the set, and we were like, they kept having to tell us like, put your phones away, stop taking photos, like stop asking stuff, because we were like, it's like what happens if you let a load of nerdy fanboys into like the main hub. We were awful. I think they regretted it immediately.
I mean, if you told us anything now, we'd never see you again.
No.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Dan, you've been really honest and upfront about your anxiety. Could you get a worse job for anxiety than performing in front of thousands of people?
I know, it's rubbish. Yeah, I guess like, I think a lot of people feel anxious and get nervous about things, you know, feel anxious, have anxiety. I think it's nothing to be ashamed of. I think I definitely picked the wrong job.
But hold on, didn't you put your phone number on the internet? How does that work with your anxiety?
Yeah, you know, sometimes you just get lonely.
Okay. But did you get a lot of calls?
Yeah, we did. It was when we released a single last year, we had this number that people could call up, and when we had time and we were like traveling, whatever, I'd just pick it up and it would be ringing all the time from sort of around the world. It was just really nice to be able to speak to fans of ours, and I think I quite enjoyed how shocked they always were. They were generally quite weird conversations. I loved it.
Or any of the calls from your mate's mum just going, bring the car back.
Yeah. Fix the window.
I mean, just quickly, because we're running low on time, but you boys play cricket when you on tour. The Ashes is coming up. How do you feel about your chances?
We've got our sandpaper ready. We're good.
Very nice.
We deserve that.
No need to ask you if he's going to win the Ashes.
All right, you can catch Bastille tonight in Melbourne and tomorrow in Sydney. For all the info, head to our website. But please thank Dan Smith and Kyle Simmons.